All right, so now that we made it onto the computer, the drive that I installed on that PCI Express add-in card is right here. It's 1 terabyte M.2, the 970 Evo. Bam. When you're installing a fresh drive, you will have to go into format it and just do a quick format. If you don't know how to do that, just go down here and search and type in format, and it'll create and format hard disk partitions. Open that up, and all your drives should show up as blue. Blue means they are actually accessible. Right there, see I have one as black. That's a USB drive. To make that accessible, you would just do new simple volume, and then it'll ask you for a drive name and a drive letter. You just quick format, no worries, so you're good to go. But right now, that's going to be our plotting drive, 1 terabyte M.2 970 Evo, 931 gigabytes. So a temporary plot on Chia need right now, as of May 14th, needs 239 gigabytes. And if we times that by 3, we get 717. It almost could fit 4. Times 4 is 956. So that's a little bit over that 931. Yeah, just not even worth risking it on getting plotting stuck. So we can do 3 in parallel, and I'll show you how that looks real quick. Let me open up and bring over the Chia dashboard. Chia. Some people were worried that the add-in M.2 cards would cut the throughput down on the NVMe drives so much that it wouldn't be worth it, and that's not the case. I'll show you here in a second. All right, so we got our right here. Boom, we go to plots. It's syncing up because I just turned the computer back on. Go to add a plot. Oh my goodness, my phone. No, stop. I'm deeply, deeply sorry for that. So we go to add a plot, and then we would do plot count 3 in plot in parallel. Show advanced options. I've had really good luck. This is on a 12 core Xeon, 12 cores, 24 threads. I've had good luck with upping it to 6,000 megabytes of RAM. Obviously, you can still do 3,390 if you are limited on RAM. I have 32 gigs in here, so I have a little bit extra, but 6,000 times 3, that's going to use 18 gigabytes of RAM total, and then 4 threads per plot. So 3 plots times 4, we're going to be using 12 threads out of my 24. So I still have enough RAM I could still use the computer to do stuff and still have threads so I can use the computer to do stuff. Then we go down through here. We leave all that the same, and we go to temporary. And this is one thing that I recommend you doing. So on our 1 terabyte M.2 970 Evo, make a temporary folder. Don't just dump it into the actual main directory of that drive. And the reason why you do that is if you have a plot fail, or if your computer goes down or something halfway through a plot, it'll all be in that folder, not just all over the drive, especially if you have other stuff on the drive, like if you're using extra drives for plotting. So Chia temporary, we select that, then we get a final directory, and then we're going to go to my book, and then my Chia final folder, select that. My book is an external USB drive, nothing crazy there. And then we would just click on create plot. Let's bring up the task manager here, performance, CPU, hold on, create plot, and then we can watch the CPU get loaded up on about 12 threads. So actually see that it's working, and we can go over to our 970 Evo and see that she's not getting taxed out. And what I mean by that is if you have a drive that's slammed on 100% and maxed out, you're bottlenecked. So these NVMe drives have a lot more throughput than even regular SSDs, so they can do a lot more, in and out, in and out, in and out. Imagine it as just like a big store that has a lot of doors on it, and a lot of people want to come in and out. It has all those doors, so lots of people can go in and out. Whereas the SSD might have less doors. Instead of like 10 doors on the front of the building, it might have 4, which is still good. And then a hard drive might only have 1. So imagine getting 1,000 people through a building with 10 doors compared to 4 or even 1 door. And that's how I try to explain it to people. So like, yeah, at 3 plots in parallel, this drive is not even sweating. Like, look at that. And our read and write speed, see that? It touched 1.5 gigabytes per second right there. And it didn't even go over probably 25-30% usage on the drive. That was a 1.1 gigabytes. So yeah, I think the 970 Evos can handle all the way up to, I think it's like 3,000. I'm not sure. But you can also get 980s, Western Digital Blacks, anything along those lines. So yeah, there you go. Plotting on a budget. Oh, by the way, I did want to show you guys these are on, well, they're not on sale, but they're not a bad price if you have a Best Buy local to you, because right now ordering stuff through Amazon is getting really expensive. So if you can get them, the 1 terabyte Nvme's, I want to say it was like right at $100, if they even have it anymore. Okay, it looks like the only thing they have in stock at my local Best Buy right now, I guess I bought the last one, is a SanDisk and Western Digital Blacks. These are on sale for $129. These are 1 terabyte PCI Express 3.0, and let's look at the SanDisk. It's $100. Let's see what the throughput is on this bad boy. Specifications: 2400 max data rate is 2400 megabytes per second. So she is a little bit slower. It would still handle 3 plots in parallel with no issues. This Western Digital Black, for another, $20, it gets you, I think these will do like 3,000. Yeah, this one does 3,470 megabytes per second. So a little bit of an upgrade there. And that's kind of what I look at whenever I've been buying these drives. So $100 will get you 3 in parallel as long as you have the CPU power behind it. Now, if you have less CPU power, you're gonna have to turn those threads down, and it will take longer. So, just food for thought there, guys. And yeah, glad you can hang. Let's go over to Amazon and actually see what these drives are going for. Let's go 1 terabyte NVMe. 140, 129. Ooh, Samsung 980. That's actually a pretty good deal right there. Let's check this bad boy out. 3,500 megabytes per second. So this is actually faster than the Western Digital Black. There's a regular Western Digital. It's not the black. It's only 2,400. Sabernet, Rocket Q, PNY. 3,500 megabytes per second on a $114 PNY. That's not bad at all. Very interesting. Inland Premium. Here we go. This is what I actually have, the Samsung 970 Evo. Let's see what these bad boys are rated for. These are rated for 3,500 read and 3,300 write. So you could actually get this 980, and it's just a smidge better. 3,500 read and write, I believe. Yeah. Interesting. And if you're on a budget, which everybody's on a budget, and I wish I would have saw this now, this PNY looks pretty good for the money. 3,500 read. What's the write on it? Oh, only 1,800 write. See, that's one of the things I guess you got to look for, is some of these may read really fast, but that write speed is like less than half. Very interesting. Oh, people were asking me, what about 500 gig drives? Can I do 2 on there? Most of the time, a 500 gig drives only kind of come with around 450 to 460 gigs, and you're going to need 480 really to do 2 plots. So I would stay away from 500 gig drives. But yeah, I'll put a link to some of these also if you want to help out and use my Amazon affiliate. That is much appreciated. But hopefully this helps you out a little bit. And happy plotting, ladies and gentlemen. Some people are holding off and gonna wait and start plotting once pools go live, the public pools, and I understand that. So definitely get your drives ready. And yeah, it's the end of it's the end of the video now. You know what? Let's look at some external drives. External hard drives. I've been buying these at my local Best Buy. 5 terabytes for $100. Oh, and look at that. 5 terabytes for $100. 2 terabytes for 57. 6 terabytes for 120. 8 terabytes for 199. 5 terabytes for 109. Yeah, it looks like the prices have kind of leveled off at 5 terabytes for $100. Internal drives are actually going higher, 4 terabytes for $100. I have gone the route of basically doing external drives because I'm plotting on multiple different machines all at the same time, and then I'm going to consolidate them down whenever I'm ready. So I'll unplug all the external drives and plug them into one machine, and then have that machine set the directory for all the different drives, and then that'll be kind of like my farming machine just to keep them running in the future. But yeah, I'll put a link for these down below if you're interested in them too. And much appreciated if you do use the Amazon affiliate link. If you don't, that's cool too. I'm just glad you came and hung out with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. 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 Yeah. Let's see. We already at 1%, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and we're farming now. Live action. All right. For real now. I gotta go. Time to go to work. Later.